Information. Okay, physicists say shit like the physicists say shit like on the horizon or on the surface of a black hole, like there's bits of information. We're talking about the holographic principle, okay? They were saying bits, like ones and zeros. They were saying it like ones and zeros, bits of information. Bits of information encoded on the surface of a black hole. The stuff, it doesn't go inside, it's all scrambled on the surface of the black hole. And it's bits of information based on Planck units. Or Planck units, whatever. And that doesn't only apply to black holes. It applies to any region of space. So you could apply it to the entire universe. And then you could say that the area of the entire universe in Planck units, like the size of the area, is the amount of literal bits of information that is us and everything around us and everything in the observable universe. Is that totally wrong, or am I right? Okay, YouTube holographic principle? Okay. Oh shit. Are you ready?
A few bold thinkers are now making giant strides towards understanding what goes on inside black holes. And the new laws of physics that emerge have an astonishing implication. You, me, and the world we live in may be nothing more than an illusion.
So as you'll recall, a few weeks ago our book glossed over the concept of Hawking radiation. This would be comparable to a world history book making the years from 1939 to 1945 nothing more than a footnote. To understand why, let's go back to Hawking radiation. Now, Hawking radiation, which is named after the famous physicist Stephen Hawking, is the radiation given off by virtual particles right outside the event horizon of a black hole. Virtual particles are particles and antiparticles that pop into and out of existence at near immeasurable speeds. When these virtual particles collide with each other, they annihilate each other, and they do this an instant after they form. Thus, scientists don't actually consider them part of reality, hence their name, virtual particles. When virtual particles form just outside the event horizon, though, one particle falls into the black hole, never to be seen again, while the other escapes its gravitational pull and becomes radiation. If this concept is true, then black holes should glow, ever so faintly. To my knowledge, we have yet to prove or disprove this theory, though attempts are currently being made by creating sonic black holes here on Earth. However, Dr. Hawking's proposal of such radiation upset the physics community. His interpretation of Hawking radiation violated one of the most sacred tenets of physics, that information is always conserved, and this marked the beginning of the Black Hole War. This war was waged mostly between the famous Stephen Hawking and the theoretical physicist Leonard Susskind. What Susskind sought to do was prove that black holes do not destroy information, that the matter and energy that fall into a black hole are somehow conserved. After a decade, he suddenly came to a solution. A simple way of looking at this problem can be found with the cosmic thought experiment, the dead and alive paradox. The dead and alive paradox, not to be confused with Schrödinger's cat, stars the two astronauts, Alice and Bob, and a black hole. From Bob's point of view, as Alice begins to fall towards the event horizon of the black hole, she slows down more and more until eventually she becomes completely motionless, frozen in time, so to speak. From Alice's point of view, however, she falls cleanly through the event horizon of the black hole. As she nears the center of the black hole, gravity begins to have dramatically differing effects on her body, and she undergoes a process known as spaghettification.
I don't want to go into in detail what happens to her, it's not pretty.
Susskind's approach to solving this paradox was by applying principles of string theory, which he has assisted in formulating. In string theory, elementary particles have vibrations, and those vibrations have vibrations, ad infinitum. By thinking of these elementary particles and their vibrations as the relationship between a prop plane and its propellers, we can see that were you to slow down time around a spinning propeller, its blades would come into view. Not only this though, more propellers and blades would continue to come into view the more you slowed time down, until you slowed it down to zero, and these propellers or vibrations would completely cover the known universe. So with this knowledge, we return to the dead and alive paradox with Bob and Alice. This time though, Alice has...
I did not follow that at all. What the fuck?
as a prop plane. Alice's view is much the same, including the horrible fate that lies at the center of the black hole. Bob's view, however, is much different. The closer Alice gets to the event horizon, the more propellers and blades Bob begins to see. This continues until Alice reaches the event horizon, and she, in effect, becomes completely smeared over the entire thing. So whereas in the former paradox, Alice was both dead and alive depending on the view, in this one, she is dead both ways, but in one, she has actually ceased to be three-dimensional.
Idea has now, it's not an idea.
I think this video sucks. Wait.
A few bold thinkers are now making giant strides.
Here we are again.
I swear, I watched this already. Fuck. Okay, you know what? Forget it. Let's not watch anything. I mean, what do you want me to do? Like, what the fuck do you want me to do? Is there a way? Is there a way for you to reach down a hand? Is there a way for you to reach down many hands? Take me up there. Take me to that glorious place. Take me. Take me there. Take me away. Take me away from that place. That place I find myself in. That I find myself in. That I find myself in. That I find myself in. Take me to that place. Take me to that place. Take me there. Take me there. Take me there. I must go to that place. I must get there. I must bring it. I must bring it into being. I must bring it. I must bring it into being. I must bring it into being. Or at least do what I can in the time that I have. I must do everything